Right, welcome back, and let's get started on Feint and Strike, which is the next MSQ. We'll talk to Reyner here. Yes, I'm Reyner. Oh, you must be the adventurer whose name seems to be on everyone's lips. You are to be commended for your part in thwarting the plot to destroy the Victory. Now what can I do for you this day? You bear an urgent message from Badgeron. Why do I get the feeling my hopes for a quiet evening are about to be cruelly dashed? Tell me, what is afoot? An assault on Swiftperch? But we've seen nothing to suggest a serpent reeve is amassing for an attack. Even so, it would be foolish to discount the possibility. Badgeron is rarely wrong about such matters. I will marshal the Yellowjackets for battle immediately. The only question is where to send them. While I concur with Badgeron's assessment that the attack on the dry docks is intended as a diversion, Swiftperch is one of several possible targets for the main thrust. Commodore, sir! Report. It's the Sahagan, sir. They've mounted a large-scale assault on South Tidegate and threaten to overwhelm our defences within the day. The garrison requests immediate reinforcements. By the Navigator, it seems my decision has been made for me. Muster the troops and give the orders to march. Aye, the Serpent Reavers are in league with the Sahagan, which means they have every chance which means there is every chance this assault on Tidegate may yet prove to be another feint. The fact remains, however, that we can ill afford to ignore it, and then that leaves Swiftperch vulnerable to those pirate traders. It is at times such as these that I wish the warriors of light yet walked among us, but wishes will avail us naught. Cerberus, you must serve in their absence. Make for Swiftperch, and with all haste, and lend your strength to the squads I can spare for the settlement's defence. Alright, so thankfully I went back before and got the Swiftperch 8th right, otherwise this would have been a very annoying trip. Okay, we have to help this whatever, what did we get? Wheat, I think, with them last time? Wrist flaw. So we're going to go in for another solo duty. First we'll get a new minion before we forget. Oh, bugger. Oh well. We got the goblin back now, let's do something else. There you go, gremlin. Alright, so we're gonna eat food before we go in. What's our level 11? I think we might be fine. Commodore Reyner sent word we'd be getting reinforcements, but I didn't expect him to send you. You certainly look like you've seen your share of action though. You bear little resemblance to the wide-eyed whelp I met fresh off the ferry. In any case, do you know what you're fighting for here? This place, Swiftperch. It was rebuilt for folk who stood strong in the face of every hardship that calamity threw their way. And we're not about to let some fish-fancying scum claim the honour of being the ones who finally broke their spirits. Don't give those pirate bastards one bloody ilm, you hear me? So we're not going to be above level 18, which is fine. Here they come. Yeah, now, I thought all them Yellowjacket worms was meant to be busy. That useless skag ain't followed the plan, has he? Now what? Pull back and wait for our Sahagan brothers? Piss on that, we ain't turning back empty-handed. Remember, no killing the small folk, or it'll be your blood what stains Lord Leviathan's altars. The yellow bellies here, you can butcher at will. Them dirt-eating slugs will be crushed under the full might of serpent reavers. Seems Swiftperch was the main target after all, eh? Squads 1 and 2, protect the townsfolk. Squad 3, you're our rear guard. The rest of you, meet their charge where we stand. Let us bear the Commodore word of victory, or no word at all. I'll gut you all. I'll gut all you yellow bellies and dance in your gizzards. Alright. This is going to be interesting, so I'm going to go for the archers first. Why? Solo duties. You'll notice that this guy's taking damage pretty fast, but old mate over there in the middle, Barness of the Deep is taking less damage than the rest, as you can see compared to his mates. So that's how I generally target my target enemies in solo duties. They sometimes tell you, but not all the time. Oh, you got some mates coming. I'm actually going to take on this guy because he's dealing the most damage, I think. A Salt Mage. Alright. So how are we doing? That Yellowjacket over there is getting his ass kicked, so I'll try and pull the aggro. There we go, that's what I want. Oh, there's a healer. I didn't notice you. Alright, and you're down. Now we can go for this guy. Drop another dot on him. Let's borrow you, Blonga. Alright. Okay. Alright, cool. Well fought. The Reavers are beaten and scattered. I'll take some men and hunt down the stragglers. Oh, but there may be more of them lurking about, so don't let your guard down just yet. The source of her strength becomes clear. You may have bested the golem, but you will not fare so well this day. O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command that I might smite mine enemies. Your very being imperils the plan. You cannot be suffered to live. Defeat the Master Mage. Lesser Gargoyle. There's actually a dungeon. Oh, I can't remember which one it is. It's one of the low level ones, but I still can't remember which one it is. Oh, it might be, what's it called? Anyway, regardless, there's a dungeon and he's the, a boss that looks like that creature that I just fought. He's the final boss. And there are some things that'll do that in this, where they recycle models, or they'll recycle the base version of a model and then kind of modify it or something. Just depends. But yeah, we completed that. These are a lot easier than I remember, though when I did these originally I was on a different server and much laggier. That the wisdom of the paragons should be brought low by mere mortals. Paragons, did he say? Then it is as I feared. They are known as the bringers of chaos, or Ascians, to give them their proper name. It would seem our suspicions were correct. It is they who have been manipulating the beast tribes. Pardon? You would know if we Charlayans have encountered Ascians before. I have never spoke to you, my homeland. How did you know whence I hail? Wait, I do begin to see. You have been blessed with a special gift. Are you alright, lass? If I had known a mean bugger like that was hiding in the bushes, I would have left a squad or 6 to your company. Well, at least now we can call this kidnapping investigation to a close. Those reavers were the ones spiriting folk away in dread of night, and this bastard here was pulling all the strings. A trifle simplistic, but not inaccurate. I came as soon as I sensed his presence, but I never thought to find such a sense of carnage. Yet we prevailed, and thanks to your heroic actions, I have learned much. Aye, heroic is the word. I don't want to think about what would have happened if you hadn't have been here, friend. And your assistance is much appreciated too, Lady Ishtola. Please give our regards to the Scions. I'm glad to have played a role in bringing what I hope is an end to this disturbing spate of abductions. The thread of your fate forms a part of most intriguing tapestry. Mayhap we will be afforded the chance to speak more in the near future. For now, however, you must see this particular tale to its conclusion. Pray send my greetings to the Commodore Reyner. Okay, so now we need to go back to Coral Tower. Yeah, which is good old Limsa. Marauders Guild is in Coral Tower. Alright, So now let's go to the Marauders Guild. There are actually some people online. Even though the server time is 6 PM. Interesting. Alright, let's talk to Reyner. We've got maybe the first 25% through level 19, so we'll be able to pick up that level 20 quest at some point. Cerberus, eagerly have I awaited your return. Word of your exploits is already spreading through the ranks. My troops and I owe you a great debt of gratitude for your timely assistance. You have shown yourself to be possessed of sure aim, a strong spirit, and sound judgment. Would that Limsa had more of your like. I have little doubt that you shall one day join the ranks of Aelsia's greatest adventurers, but it is but a matter of time. Clearly Badron's eye for potential remains as sharp as ever, though I doubt he imagined you capable of such feats. Might you favour me with your own account of the day's events? Such victories bear retelling. Y'shtola has been working with us for quite some time, you see, and she was only too willing to assist the Yellowjackets in the kidnapping investigation, proving herself a stalwart ally of Limsa Lominsa yet again. Needless to say, after your part in thwarting the attempted sabotage of the victory, and the small matter of your deeds at Swiftperch, you too have proven yourself a valued friend and thalassocracy. I don't know. Of the thalassocracy. Admiral. Oh. There's Melveb. May I present to you Admiral Blufishfin? I can say that one. That's easy.
So, this is the adventurer I've been reading about in the field reports. I am Melveb Blufishfin, Admiral of Limsa Lominsa. On behalf of my people, I bid you thanks for the deeds you have done this day. A token of our gratitude. What worth is high regard without just reward after all? Ha! Since you first set foot in our city, my good friend Baderon and Commodore Reyner have taken turns at regaling me with tales of your exploits. Safe to say, they left an impression. Join me at the coming banquet. A seat of honor at the celebratory feast is the least I can offer the woman who foiled the Sahagin.
Oh! A seat at the feast!
Oh, and don't be late. Your fellow guests will be eager to take the measure of their newest hero, and some do not take kindly to being kept waiting. Till then, may you walk in the light of the crystal.
So yes, that is the head honcho at Limsa. And we get a Lominsan ring for this next quest. Or for that quest. I think we need to wear it to we'll replace the determination one. Yeah. Update that. We have a spirit bomb with this ring of freedom. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. Oh, we can't yet. Duh. Keep forgetting about that. Okay, let's pick up another one. Dress shoes. Interesting. I'm not sure you understand just how unusual it is for the Admiral to invite an adventurer to a state banquet. It is a highly coveted honor, why even the officers under her direct command are rarely afforded such recognition. Wow. But I will not deny you have earned it. Many of the tasks you have performed in service to the thalassocracy have been both difficult and dangerous. This is a reward for all your efforts, a nod to your many achievements, both large and small. Has the enormity of this moment yet to sink in? Perchance you will realize its significance when you stand before the assembled dignitaries of Limsa. And now that I have managed this scene, imagined the scene, I realize that you will require attire suitable for the occasion. I suggest you visit the wench and see what Baderon can arrange. He's surprisingly knowledgeable about such things. Okay, so off we go. Hit up the Aetheryte Shard. Go to the Aft Castle. Right. Oh, there's an Ironworks hand there. Huh. There is currently, alongside the Hatching Tide event, there's also the Final Fantasy 15 event going on, crossover event. And the reason I called out that Ironworks hand or whatever, is because you have to turn in some stuff to him. But there's the only one I knew of was the one in Central Thanalan where most of the thing takes place. So it's interesting, so that means that there's one in every city. Well, if it ain't Merleveb's guest of honour. Obnobbing with eye and mighty now, is it? I tell you, lass, I damn near snorted ale out of my nose when I heard the news. You've come a bloody long way. A long bloody way. And you have, and that's the truth. You haven't, that's the truth. Well, one thing's for sure, you'll not want for decent grub. These banquets are catered by the bleeding Bismarck, no less. 'Tis a grand chance to fill your belly to bursting with fine and, more importantly, free food. But you can't have you turning up in your shite-caked venturing gear. No, the hero of the hour needs to have a touch of refinement about her, if only to stop the folk complaining when she stuffs her face with cake. Take yourself over to the Octant and speak to Nyasim of the Burgari Consortium. She'll furnish you with some summit ladylike to wear. I've already had a word to her, so all you need to do is pick up the goods and then bring them back here so I can tell you what's what. So where are we heading to? Oh, straight back to the Aetheryte Plaza. Alright. So, Yanasim. Good morning, miss. I assumed you're the underdressed lady Baderon mentioned. I see he was not exaggerating. Why'd you sniff? Ahem. I've chosen these especially for your debut in polite society. Fear not, I'm certain you will absolutely adore them. Okay, back to Baderon in the Aft Castle. Now, looking at the time, I'll probably call it once we get to this. Once we walk up to Baderon, simply because there is a cutscene, and the cutscene's rather long. Well, long enough that it would make the episode long. So, what I might do is, is call it here. No, actually, we'll keep going. Might as well. Been to see Yasum, have you? Let's have that box then. Here we go, a nice pair of dress shoes for you. A lass mightn't have much else to her name, but so long as she's got a decent pair of shoes on her feet, there ain't nothing that she can't go. Ain't nowhere she can't go. I don't know. Think of them as a gift from me and all the folk you've done right by along the way. Aye aye, 'tis a very moving gesture, I know. Just don't go welling up on me, eh? Wouldn't do for Limsa's new hero to turn up at the banquet soaked in her own tears and snot. Any road, that's your garb sorted. Now you need to settle your nerves. Tell me when you're ready, and I'll tell you where you're meant to go. Right. So we need to put on the dress shoes. So just chuck these on. Ooh, I'm not gonna update. The Gridanian, so where the archer and the lancer start, you get this wooden face mask thing. For Thanalan, which is where the pugilist and the gladiator and the black mage start, they have a ring that you get, and this whole hubbub, like it gets sealed or whatever. But yeah, actually, knowing that there is the gap, I might just call it there, and we'll go into the banquet in the next episode. So I will catch you later.